Hello. So here I'm going to find all of the solutions in between 0 degrees and 360 degrees for tangent squared theta minus tangent theta minus 1 equals 0. So this does not factor, at least not easily. So let's use the quadratic formula. So this is going to be, this is where a equals 1, b equals -1, and c equals -1. And we're going to have tangent of theta is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. So we have tangent theta is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of, we have 1 plus 4, square root of 5 over 2. So we know that 4 is less than 5, which is less than 9. And if we were to take the square root of everything, this implies that 2 is less than square root of 5, which is less than 3. Okay. And closer to 2, so this tells me that the square root of 5 is about, let's go with a 2.2. Let's go 2.3. And when I look at the calculator, it is, square root of 5 is 2.24. So we have tangent theta is equal to 1 plus 2.24 over 2, and tangent of theta is equal to 1 minus 2.24 over 2. Okay. This tells me that tangent of theta is equal to 1.62. And this tells me that tangent of theta is equal to negative 0.62. And so the arctangent of this tells me that theta is equal to 58.31. This tells me that theta is equal to negative 31.8. But we want it to be in between 0 and 360 degrees, so this is good. Since tangent has a period of 180 degrees, I'm going to add 180 degrees to this. And I get that theta is equal to these two angles and degrees. That's all of them in between 0 and 360 degrees. Okay. Number 46, find all solutions in the interval 0 degrees to 360 degrees, not including 360 degrees. So tangent of 2 theta equals -1. This occurs my mistake. The reference angle is going to be pi over 4. Because tangent of 3 pi over 4 would be -1. So we know that 2 theta must equal to 3 pi over 4, because tangent of 3 pi over 4 is -1. Multiply both sides by 1/2, and this tells us that theta is equal to 3 pi over 8. My mistake, we're in degrees, not radians. It's 45 degrees. So we know that 2 theta must equal 135 degrees. So that tells us that theta is equal to 67.5 degrees. We also have that 2 theta is equal to 335. Sorry, 315. When I divide both sides by 2, this tells me that theta is equal to 157.5 degrees. But is there any more? Since the period of tangent is pi, this will repeat every 90 degrees instead of every 180 degrees. So note here's a 180 degree, it is repeating, but that's 2 theta. And so the difference between these two is 90 degrees. So I can add another 90 degrees and another 90 degrees. so that all of the angles will be 67.5 degrees. We have 157.5 degrees. We have 247.5 degrees and 337.5 degrees. Okay, all four of these are in this interval. Here I have sine of a half angle. Okay. So we know that sine of this angle is 1/2. So that tells us that theta over 2 is equal to 30 degrees. Therefore, theta must equal 60 degrees. And we also have this situation. With still 30 degrees. This would be radical 3 over 2 negative. This would be 1/2 positive. So we also have theta over 2 is equal to 150 degrees. So therefore, this theta is equal to 300 degrees. So we have 60 degrees, we have 300 degrees, and that would be all of the angles in between 0 and 360 degrees. Okay, let's turn this all into science. Okay, so we have let's just see where this goes. So when you distribute the negative, this would be 2 sine squared theta plus sine squared theta, give me 3 sine squared theta, minus cosine squared theta is equal to 0. And let's turn this also into some sines just to see what happens. Okay. When I distribute the negative, I get 4 sine squared theta minus 1. When I add 1 and divide by 4, okay. So this is going to happen when theta is equal to 30 degrees, 150 degrees, 210 degrees, and 330 degrees. And that should be all 4 of them. Thank you very much. Please go to tutoring.